Hi guys, my name is Shasta Jacasta, and today I am going to be talking about something I stumbled across these stories and they have really bothered me. And I am joined, of course, by the wonderful Artemis. Who knows if he's going to stay being cute and nice. He's probably going to start asking, nah. You got to sit there and be cute and nice. I am not giving you love. Wow, that sounds mean. Today I'm just going to be talking to you about these two stories that I came across randomly, and they really bother me. This first story is probably like the lesser of the two evil stories. They're not happy stories, by the way. Spoiler alert. Not too long ago, 3 hospice workers were arrested because of a Snapchat video that they made. I guess during the time of this video that's titled The End, they were supposed to be watching this elderly woman who was like 76. She just had a stroke. The actual hospice nurse was like away for some reason and she just wasn't able to get there like in time. So she told these 3 workers to closely monitor this 76-year-old woman who just had a stroke. Well, instead of doing their job, they decided that it was totally okay to sit there, get on Snapchat, make videos, flipping off the lady, cussing, all this stuff. Supposedly the lady was never actually in any of these videos, but it's like you could kind of tell what was going on. Worker saw these Snapchats and reported it because like she probably recognized the background and what was going on. I don't know if there's like more to the story that would maybe paint them in a better light, because like, you know, it's never just black and white. I can't even like imagine a scenario where that would be remotely okay. I can't even imagine how the family of the lady must feel. I'm assuming they put her in this place because they wanted her last few years, days, whatever, to be like pleasant and to have people actually take care of her that were qualified, and instead they got these 3 pieces of shit. People seem to think a lot of the time if you put your loved one in a home or anything like that, you don't care about them, which sure could be the case sometimes, but I personally have seen where it seems to be more often than not they're just not capable of watching them 24/7. They're not capable of taking care of them 24/7. Sometimes this is like what the older person wants because it's somewhat more independent and they're not so much of a burden on their family. It all depends, and it's like, it just makes me sad. This family probably put her in this home in hopes that she would be taken care of properly, and that's clearly not what happened at all. This other story I heard, it's disturbing. If you're easily disturbed or maybe have a hospital visit coming up, I would suggest like clicking off, because this will make you paranoid. And I don't know how this, let me just jump into it. In a hospital in Japan for the terminally ill, a nurse was cleaning up after a patient who had recently died, and she noticed in his IV line, that there were bubbles. And for those of you who don't know, bubbles are not good to have in your IV. It's not good to have oxygen go straight into your bloodstream like that, not a lot at least, and it could be a sign that somebody messed with it. So she contacted the police came, did some investigating, and they found out there was disinfectant in the IV, meaning somebody poisoned this man. And so they decided to like look around, do more investigating, and in the same room with the man was another man who had died like a few days prior. And so they tested that guy's blood. They found that there was also disinfectant in it. And so they went to the nurse's station where like this disinfectant is, and they ended up finding that there's like a bunch of these like IV lines that have disinfectant in it, meaning somebody's going around killing people who are already dying. And recently they finally caught the nurse that did this. After questioning, admitted to doing it. She killed those 2 men and also admitted to killing 20 other people. She was a nurse who was supposed to be taking care of these people during their final years, their final hours, and she killed them. And if that's not disturbing enough, her reason for killing these innocent people was because she didn't want to tell the family that that person died during her shift. So she was trying to kill these people when it wasn't her shift. Does that make sense to you? She didn't want to tell the family that their loved one had died because it would make her uncomfortable. It would be bad for her, and it just wouldn't be a pleasant experience. So she poisoned them so that they would die on somebody else's shift. Why would you work at a hospital, let alone a hospital for the terminally ill, if you weren't able to tell people that their loved one had died? It makes no sense. I don't know what the fuck this lady was thinking. All I know is she's like the worst kind of selfish piece of shit. Again, this is another story where like the family is trying to take care of their loved one, and they like trust them with these professionals who are just shit. Why? I can't even begin to understand the thought process there. You know, it's just like, why? How does that make sense? Why would you take a job at a hospital like that? Why would you take a job at any hospital? Why would you be a nurse? Like, I know there's different jobs for nursing, but like, she went to a specific place where people are going to die. These people, just because they're on their way out, they still have value. They're not worthless, and it just makes me so upset. Both these stories really have me upset because it's like, in both of them, they involve people who are on their way out of this world, and workers who are supposed to make them as comfortable as possible, not caring, not treating them like human. I don't care that they're already on their way out. They're still human beings and deserve to be treated with like respect. And it's like, it's your job to take care of them. Why do you have that job if you can't take care of them? If you're not going to take care of them? It's disgusting. It's disturbing. And like, stories like this makes me so angry, so upset. Trusted professionals, these shitty people, give them a bad name and make them worried for their loved ones, and like hassle good working people because of these fucking assholes who are too selfish to do anything for other people. How are you going to take a job where you're literally helping people? You need to be selfless, not selfish. It's so sad because this stuff isn't even that uncommon. Like, I believe it's more common where there are confident workers, you know, but it's like, there have been so many cases where hospice workers have been fired or let go because of like elderly abuse. I've heard stories before where nurses and doctors specifically try to like almost kill patients so that they can bring them back and look like a hero, and they end up killing people in the process. It blows my mind. I'm always like torn. I have days where I'm like, people are amazing. You hear these awesome stories, you know, they're saving like kids from the caves, and like, you know, somebody saves somebody else. Like, you hear great stories like that, and then you hear stories like this, and you're just like, how can there be such opposites in the world? How can there be such terrible people in the world? Hopefully these assholes get caught and they're punished to the full extent of the law. I hope, like, especially for that fucking nurse, I hope she never fucking sees the light of day again. I don't know, maybe it's harsh, but it's just like, she's worthless to me. If you think it's even remotely acceptable to kill somebody, you're a piece of shit. Okay, like, I understand there's always scenarios, self-defense, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking about if you think killing defenseless people is ever an okay scenario, you're a piece of shit. And if you do it because you don't want the inconvenience of doing your job, you should find a new job, or you should just find a fucking ditch. And I got a little upset because it's such a disturbing topic, and it's something that I just kept thinking about, so I just decided I'm gonna make a video about it. And I mean, I hope you guys don't mind me whining. Let me know what you think. I hope you think similar-ish. You know, I'm gonna be really disturbed if someone comments like, "Oh yeah, I think the nurse was in the right." No, Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Why would you want more videos like this? I think it's depressing. I'll see you next time. Bye.